Today we're going to talk about SystemsAtlas. SystemsAtlas from cubesys has two agents, one called Systems Creator and one called Systems Advisor. I'm going to show you what each of those do today and then explain why they're important on your AI journey. So what we have here is an agent that helps build standard operating procedure documentation, work instructions, process documents, etc. And we do that by having a Teams meeting and recording that instruction. So I've explained how something works inside your organization, and the Teams meeting transcript is recorded and passed to this agent. So let's have a look at one of these transcripts from a recent training session in our marketing team. There we are. You can see in this just a conversation between Hannah and Sam where they've been chatting away about how we run event campaigns at cubesys. That is then passed to the Systems Creator agent, and we tell it we want a process document creating. Let's have a look at that process document and see what that looks like. Here we are. That starts with a table full of metadata, which is really useful for maintaining and helping agents find this information. And then just from that conversation, we built a rich process document diagram here, which is actually all kept as mermaid code at the back, so it's easy to adapt and change as we need. It explains the process in some detail. On top of that, we've actually got all the steps involved in the process documented. Again, very rich information. And what the SystemsAtlas creator is really good at is picking up that tribal knowledge and information that might not be written down today in your current procedures, but is what's held in people's heads. And by having a conversation, it's really good at picking those things up. Okay, we also look for things like feedback loops and risks involved in the process so that we've got a really rich set of information. Now, during this process, we might also need to have some work instructions. So if we had a separate meeting and we talked about a specific work instruction, in this case, creating event graphics. Again, we start with that table full of rich metadata, and then we will go through the work instruction for step by step what's needed to happen to fulfill that requirement, the tools required, assumptions made, frequently asked questions. Again, the point is that we've got a really rich set of information to work with for both humans and agents. So that's great. We're good at creating documentation, but what about consuming it? Well, I think that's, again, really powerful from the SystemsAtlas Advisor agent. What we can do here is, in plain English, ask something along these lines. This is something I did for this video. I says, how do I prepare for an upcoming event and plan the marketing activities? Now, by reading all that data that we've and instructions that we've collated in SystemsAtlas Creator, which are unique to us and again contain that tribal knowledge and information that might not sit in a standard document, we've got a rich picture. And here we can see straight away that Darcy's saying, look, we've got excellent coverage on this topic. There's multiple documents, and then it pulls together what we actually need to do and answers the question explicitly. And it says, look, we've got 4 phases to go through, and it'll detail each of the phases and the steps involved. It's really great, and provides all the references at the bottom from our SharePoint site containing all the instructions on how cubesys as a business operates. So you can see very quickly from a simple training exercise, agents can then build a rich set of data on how you operate. Not only is that great for the humans, who may, like net new user coming in, or you've forgotten how to run a process, help you with that. It will also provide the bedrock of where we go next with our AI journey. And what I mean by that is, if we're interested in becoming agentic and having AI run certain processes within our business, well, the very first thing we need to do is understand those processes and write down what we do. So what we've done here at cubesys is we've automated the business analyst role and added value back by giving the advisor agent that can answer questions. And I'd love to talk to you more about where we go next in the journey, and the next video will cover AI contracts and the importance of defining how an agent behaves. Thank you for your time.